EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Portland taking on the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great play there, with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. They talk about this Lions defense.
They're currently 21st Charles in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time. They'll look to throw here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. No, and that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Portland football here, ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1, eluding the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown! George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Nighthawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched it deep. He was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Nighthawks take a 3-touchdown lead. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down
only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 6.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life for this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it could serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield and man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
That's caught inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete, right around the 8. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Nighthawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Lions 7.
Oh, yeah, we got more where that came from.
Just another day in the office.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Mooney. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it. And
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He'll try again.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's deep. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 15 yards.
And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Lions 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And quickly, they get to the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. but that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that the
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Gibbs straight ahead. He'll get this down to the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
There he goes left side.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
38 yards.
and the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And his kick here is good.
For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going.
And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
And that'll be caught. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains. A give, right side for Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he bolt breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
212 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be